Saturday, 6th of July 2013. Here's the latest update from Neil Keenan.
Move them on. Hit them up. Move them on. Move them on. Cut them out. Write them in. Cut them out. Cut them out.
I'm reading a very interesting book about Nippon paint, and I have to ask you a question. Which Nippon paint are you? No, let me get on to this update. I'm just joking, Jeannie. Take it easy. I haven't had any drinks. There's no martinis here. Am I okay, Joe? You're moving around with that thing?
Well,
you're going to dance with it, or you're going to sit down, or what you going to do, buddy? I'm waiting for you. Okay? That better?
Yeah, better.
Good with glasses?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's get into the crayfish thing first. I don't know which order we want to do this. We got a few things we want to bring up to date. Crayfish says that I was on a USS battleship or something or other off the coast of Monaco. If you remember right, the Monaco Accords was all about not allowing the West into the game, seeing that they had stolen the bonds for the last 70 years. So there wasn't any battleship, and there wasn't anything U.S. because we kept them off the boat, which is why Rockefeller nearly fell into the water. He wasn't invited. Okay? As for picking on Rockefeller, I don't think we picked on Rockefeller. Tried to get on a boat he wasn't wanted on. I would think that half the world is like that right now with the Rockefellers, except for maybe with this crayfish, this guy who popped up from the bottom of the sea. It's like that remember Charlie tuna? The tuna that didn't have had good taste but didn't taste good? That's crayfish. You know? He just doesn't have the right taste, that guy. Sick in the head. But nevertheless, okay, so I'm only going to leave it at that because we're going to respond to it. And we're going to have some fun with Mr. Crayfish, you know, and his fellow octopuses and everybody else. We're gonna get him. So let's leave it at that, so you can have a jolly good time when you see what's written up. Okay, which will be honest and straightforward, and not this nonsense that this man, who's been destroyed by me, one person, him and his whole group, OITC, that huge organization that everybody was afraid of. How they were taken down by little old me, someone who didn't know crap about the collateral accounts at that time. Took them down. Imagine. Put their boss in jail. Imagine. In Cambodia. You know what that tells me? They weren't who they said they were, because they would have been in trouble with me. That's for sure. So anyway, we get crayfish out. I let you read about it, and you'll have some fun. And you can put all your comments in there and tell me how wrong I am. Okay? And how nice of a man Mr. Crayfish is. Anyway, I'm sorry about that. Let's get into the Obama people. There's more than 500 of them here on the ground. We lost our the attorney that we thought we had yesterday in the day. I sent an email last night. I called Joe last night and left a message they left me a message too, telling me that their office has a heavy workload and they can't take the case. And doesn't make sense there either, just like it didn't the other day. Someone took it, they were excited, they had a good case. Not a good case, they had the best case in the world, because the defense, in this case, would be the government or the judicial system, and they don't have a case in this matter. They have to make excuses for what they've done. And they walk away from it. When, Jesus, not all the money in the world, but, you know, all the distinction in the world is laying with this case. Whoever takes this case and wins it, which they're going to do, they don't have a choice but to win. The other side has nothing to argue with. And once they win, I mean, they'll be the lawyers for the assets. You know, we'll arrange that one. You know, we're going to be in that. So anyway, it doesn't make any sense. I'll leave that for another time too. Getting the lawyer is a pain in the butt, but we're going to Monday and Tuesday go at it again, and even maybe on the weekend, meeting someone at Côte de Casablanca. You know, we go to Côte de Casablanca. You know, that Image of Love. You know, over there in Jakarta. Nah, that's the other Casablanca. I'm just jerking you around. Anyway, I'm going to meet someone who can tell me about some attorneys. I'm having a good time today because I had a miserable wake-up call today. We were late to see Nelu, and we got number 150 in line to go see him, which would have been about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but we walked out, and Angel got out of the taxi somewhere maybe a mile up the road and walked back, and he had to walk back anyway because we forgot our passports. We were so bad. And he got number 25, so we had to come all the way back from the hotel. And we did see Nelu, and he's fine. And he only got one piece of paper, though. Received one piece of paper from the lower court, and there's a whole file that he's supposed to get, which we need for the attorneys, for them to understand the case. I understand the case, but you have to understand that it was spoken in Bahasa, written in Indonesian. So, it's something that I can't do and I don't do, and I really don't know everything that took place in the matter, other than the fact Nelu told me this or Nelu told me that. Or, big joke for Nelu today, he's famous in the jail, or the prison. The head of what, I think it was the medical office there, the hospital. The prison, the hospital, he was walking by, Nelu this morning, hey Nelu, how are you? Not Martha Wabawa. Hey Nelu, how are you? And Nelu says, oh sir. He said it was funny hearing that from him. I know he's reading the pages now. Anyway, okay, the attorney's backed out on us. Oh man, I really don't know. Alfred Weber, thank you so much for being the person you are, and Gary, great job. And I've already thought most of those things, Gary, but it doesn't matter because I want to hear them from someone else other than myself to just shore it up. Makes me feel a little more sure-footed. I'm pretty sure-footed now, but all those little suggestions, they could turn out to be the winners. And I wanted to make sure that you got the plaudit for that one, the credit, because I was thinking along that way. And I got to tell you, these people might be here in Indonesia right now, the big old people. His wife might call them little old, but the big old people. I don't mean Oscar Robertson. He was a great big basketball player. He was a man out there on the court playing with boys, it looked like sometimes. But our president doesn't look like a man playing with boys. He looks like a boy playing with men. He's got his people here. And what we understood last night and today was that, and is that, if we win this, they're out. They don't have any other way to go. They don't have any way to go. They're in big, big trouble. Which is what we want, isn't it? So what we've done also is we've released about 20 to 25 people that we know, not only in the United States and Canada, but also in Europe, to go and visit with The Hague and talk to some of the judges they know and go through the case with them, point by point. They lose case, I'm talking, not mine. My case is a winner when I get it into The Hague. When I have it in New York, it might be a hem and egg, but that's because of the judge and the government and the judicial system. But once I get it into Europe, which is jurisdiction, then it's going to be a hell of a hot time in the old town. And I'm not talking about Chicago. Although Chicago might make a better government than Washington. They probably are running it anyway. So let's go further on that. Alfred, thank you very much. You did a wonderful job. And just so you know, there's people all over the place right now working, digging in, and going to visit governments and so on, so that we can proceed and move in the right direction. We've got enough people of our own out there right now doing things that are really going to screw them up, because they've actually shot the mother load by putting the people here that they put. They put them here, and when they put them here, they left nothing at home. So what we did was we told our people to go out and do the work. And get out there and do the work. See, the other people aren't there watching them any longer. They're watching me. God bless you guys watching me. I'm going to stay in and watch baseball. I haven't done that in a long time. I'm going to put my feet up. I'm going to get a beer. I'm going to relax. No, maybe I'll go in the swimming pool and get some sun while you're outside the hotel watching. How's that? Anyway, you blew that one, boys. You better get your asses back on that plane and go back and make sure nobody's getting into the courts, right? Getting back to it, now let's talk about even Giancarlo Bruno is another upgrade. Janie, you don't know this. Not many people know this right now. Giancarlo Bruno, I understand, might have been arrested from the World Economic Forum for tampering with elections in Japan, Greece, and Italy. As you know, he's one of the defendants in my case, and he's the financial manager of the World Economic Forum. So Giancarlo, I wish you the best, and I hope you don't finish it by the time we get you, so that we can put you up there, ask you if you had any other trouble in the past year or two. It all comes down to you screwing around with your boys, doesn't it? Well, your boys are not going to help you this time, Giancarlo. You had the Bosco calling you. You were offering hundreds of millions to give me and everything else, and I said no. I mean, you had your Italian your Italian, what were they called, ambassadors to the United Nations and so on, coming to me. You had everybody coming to me, didn't you? Well, you know something? I'll be coming to you this time. I'll be coming to give you some money for your commissary, because it looks like you might be staying in jail for a while. I don't think they own the penal system. Maybe they own that too.